typical. Body of a donut, that's so typical. Tail like a god, that's so typical. And he's still modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk the ouch of the ridicule. It's so typical, visual, I feel like the one. Yeah, I wake up every morning and thank God for my lungs. Cause I'm breathing so good, I know I don't have to run. When you're looking this good, no one can tell you to jump, to swim. Yeah, I'm trying to ride the wave, I'm trying to get me paid, I'm trying to move and shake, I'm trying to walk away. I swear my wrists are great, I'm getting used to change. Face of a mortal, that's so typical. Body of a donut, that's so typical. Tail like a god, that's so typical. And he's still modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk the ouch of the ridicule. It's so these restless eyes of mine will sit in to my heart and sugar. In a jumbled life of glitter, dream hit concrete, mind all juk up. Tend to think in 1,000 thoughts, I'll pop through north till the voice get bored. Endless stairs in a sinking door, I search for things I don't need no more. Baby, I'm typically every day, can't call it shady. I'm airing you cause I'm an anxious state, no worries daily. But if I link my G's, it goes away down honey lane. I gallivant with darling, baby, jet. Face of a mortal, that's so typical. Body of a donut, that's so typical. Tail like a god, that's so typical. And he's still modest, so typical. Face of a mortal, that's so typical. Body of a donut, that's so typical. Tail like a god, that's so typical. And he's still modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk the ouch of the ridicule. It's typical.
Gotta get kicked out and get your hands in it. Gotta pull the thorns out and love the pain in it. From the middle to the bottom, straight up to the top. You ain't living life till you're feeling the drop. Now if your crown ain't bad and your halo ain't crooked yet, you might as well be 6 feet in dirt yet. Some kind of danger, some kind of trouble. I call it digging deep without a shovel. To get dirty, you gotta get a little mud on you. You gotta get a little blood on your bruises and the cuts. The way you kick the dust, you can't get dirty till you get a little mud on you. A little blood on you. You gotta keep your head high till you're in a ditch. Gotta reach for
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading them out, it's the man who left Baltimore as the greatest passer in franchise history, MVP of Super Bowl 47, Joe Flacco. Flacco from the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Flacco. This is Fant on the short completion. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That's good for a Bengals first down. Let's go. First and 10 at the 42.
Operating off play action. Flacco. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 58 yards. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5.
46-yard line.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jackson now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Here's Jordan Stout now. Back deep is Charlie Jones. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Here's Flacco. This will be caught once again by Brown. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Flacco looks to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up
second down and a yard.
45-yard line.
Come on, set. Grab ball 80.
This is Brown going up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
3rd and
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
2nd and a couple.
40-yard line.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Here's Flacco. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
He'll give this to Flowers, left side. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Jackson will keep it. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Baltimore. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They go play action now. Jackson going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now 2nd and 9. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Passing play, Flacco. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
3 plays and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Fair catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Alpha, sit on. Cut.
Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up a throw. Oh, that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. On the return is Jones. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Running right, here's Brown. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now Flacco. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flowers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. The catch made by Hopkins. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
180. Get a shot.
Here's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
60 Bisons.
Now it's Flacco. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Flacco. Now he's going to step up and run. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Bootleg, Flacco. Now he'll tuck this and run. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
That's another Baltimore 1st down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
It's now
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner turning upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They'll run for it with Henry. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Now, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on a sack. Jackson. It's going to be a loss of 10 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. Now they can't bring him down. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Our game here, part of John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Weekend. A remembrance that the NFL created a few years back to celebrate the connection between John Madden and Thanksgiving football. And, of course, Charles and I and all of us here at EA Sports hope you had a wonderful day on Thursday and you're settling in for some good football here this weekend. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Flacco. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. He will find his man Chase complete. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Bengals first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
Play action. Flacco. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Flacco off play action. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kyle Van Noy bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Here we go.
Now Flacco. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. An inside give, Brown. Travis Jones makes a tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Come on, set. Hawk 70.
To pass, Flacco. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's Flacco. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half as his guys are able to extend their lead. What a 1st half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Ravens ready to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 1st downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Throw caught by Flowers. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. Now he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves it with 4th and 1.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
180!
Here we go on 4th down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
180!
Inside handoff, Henry. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
4th down, here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. But finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Looking to put a drive together.
18 Cardinal.
Flacco looks to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the 1st half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They set up the screen for Henry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Demetrius Knight in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
That's good for the Bengals. First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Bengals.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now Flacco. Now he'll tuck this and run. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Passing play, Flacco. He'll try to pick it up himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Flacco. Over the middle here to Brown. And they get this one to about the 20-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another Bengals first down. A gain of 12. And the Bengals first down.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Now it's Flacco. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
60 Bison, 60. Check up.
And again, it's Flacco to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Cincinnati.
3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
McPherson on for the point after. And it's 21-3. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. That discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
To throw is Jackson. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A short throw caught by Andrews. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Everything has been good for him, and right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. Fighting through. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop it for a loss.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60.
Right back to Brown. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 3rd and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Jackson. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He wasn't able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Get hot! Get hot!
And the busy night for Henry continues. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They go play action now. Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Handing it off to Brown. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Go! Liking 18.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Shut up! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Hut, hut.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 3rd down, here's Brown. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now a 2nd and 10. The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First down, Bengals.
Operating off play action, Flacco. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Flacco off play action. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's go now.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Jackson going to keep it.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Jackson can't get away, and he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege.
And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Up come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Henry out of the pistol. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And a quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Looking to put a drive together. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Bootleg, Flacco. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And he's got some space here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a first and 10. Play action, Flacco. Man open left side is Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Flacco looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense, they came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Jackson from the shotgun. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Demetrius Knight able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This drive is almost over from where it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones on the return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
19-18.
Flacco. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Flacco. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. That's still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. The play action fake. They look to throw. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Jackson now under pressure, and they got to him again.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man Chase complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Passing play, Flacco. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
To pass, Flacco. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Go.
Operating off play action, Flacco. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have opened the lead up to 30. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
McPherson now for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They begin with Henry. Until about the 23.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
180.
Now it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Again, Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Blitz coming and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Flacco off play action. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now Flacco. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in
excellent field position and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here's a give to Brown. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Flacco. He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start the drive to the ground with Hill. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. First down of the 28-yard line.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32.
Off the draw, here's Hill. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Again, it's Hill. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
I I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Try to run inside, but nothing there. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Panther 60.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. B.J. Hill in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Huntley. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big game. And
that he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tyler Huntley, 24 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Cowboy 80.
They'll try and run forward Hill. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Well, hang on here. DeAndre Hopkins is shaken up, so we're going to have a pause for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Flacco. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now it's Flacco. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Flacco will take to the air again. And he fires one incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Flacco looks to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Running right, here's Brown. And he will take it on in from Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. That time a 6-play drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
19, Tiger, 19.
Looking to throw here, Huntley. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. Jones on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here we go. 180.
First down, Bengals.
Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Stop.
From midfield now, Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make 2nd down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
Gun. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. Stop.
An inside give, Brown. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
A 39-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way the opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 10. Huntley off of play action. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Huntley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here we go. 180.
Here's Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Bengals first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Cincinnati.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Gun. Cut.
Now Burrow. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
At the 10-yard
Big
line.
13. Big 13. Cut.
Burrow will throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Let's go. Hawk 70.
Now Huntley. Oh, the slant complete to Hopkins. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Got it. Go.
Huntley will sneak it. And he will have the Ravens first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. That one into the hands of Flowers. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
18 Cardinal.
Up the middle, it's Hill. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down. First and 10
Here we go,
at
here
the
we go.
45-yard line.
70 tip.
Huntley looks to throw.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here's Huntley. A short one there, caught by Likely.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get in the open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Huntley to throw.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so maybe don't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He'll look underneath and finds Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cut it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And now here come the Ravens.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. To throw, Huntley. They set up the screen to Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Luke now for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
On 2, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that we might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cut. Wide 80. Cut.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
I'm 1, right?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Gun. Cut. Cut. 180. 180. Cut.
Back to throw again. Over the middle here to Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Here we go.
On 2nd and inches. Burrow. Now a run here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side to Higgins. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there, but sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw here, Huntley. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Unlock line.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Here's Huntley. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. John Jenkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, can. Stop.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And that'll keep this a 22-point game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. Miles Murphy bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Come on. Set.
Looking to throw. Huntley. A short throw caught by Andrews. 3rd down and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Back to throw. Huntley. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Check,
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Looking to throw. Huntley. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
On the play. And the Baltimore first down.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Cougar 19.
Huntley working from the gun. A short one there, caught by Likely. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go, set. 60 boxes, 60 boxes.
From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Huntley. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Hey, hey.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Come on, set. Roll.
Operating from the gun. Huntley. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Going long here for Wallace. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. God. 180. What?
Now Burrow. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
At the 18-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample from 17 yards out. And the Bengals up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. McPherson on for the point after. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go now. Ready?
Now Huntley. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
It's 4th down.
Hey!
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Huntley. That's going deep for Bateman. And this one is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Burrow will throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
I'm one.
And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Here we go. 180. 180 shot.
Here's Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
and it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Gun. Dot. 180.
Now back to throw. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Hey, can. Dot.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. B.J. Hill in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Jones. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.